Hi, guys. It's been a while. I know it's been a while. I've missed you guys so much. I don't plan on being here very long. I just wanted to come on here and talk to you guys. I don't anticipate a lot of people because it's been a while since I've been on here. I got to get back in the swing of things, but I just wanted to come on here and talk to you guys for a minute and give you guys some updates and um, kind of just talk, just talk about things. Um, I know that a lot of shit has been going on, and it's almost as if you're watching all this trauma happen right in front of our eyes, and it's very depressing. And I know that this is around the holidays, and around the holidays, it can be even more depressing. So I just wanted to talk to you guys. So I'm going to play the intro real quick, and then I've been having a lot of trouble with StreamYard. I was just having trouble getting on here just now. At first, I thought that it was a problem with the email, but I guess that was one of the problems, and it just seems like it's a problem after problem. For a while, I couldn't even go on live because when I would go on, it would knock me right back off and say error. So I've been having a lot of trouble with StreamYard, and just now I had trouble getting on because it was saying that I haven't been logged in. So I had to, normally I don't have to log in. I had to log in all over again. And yeah, again, it's just been horrible, but I'm here and that's all that matters. So I'm going to play the intro really quickly. Like I said, I don't anticipate a lot of people, but I'm not going to keep you guys very long. So let's play the intro. Okay, 1 second, you guys. Okay, so if it continues, me having trouble with StreamYard, I'm just going to have to start going live on YouTube because I've been having nothing but trouble for the past week. Last week, or yeah, I think it was last week, I had a live scheduled and I couldn't get on. It's been very, very a lot of trouble. Hold on, you guys. I'm trying to do something real quick. Okay. So, how is everyone? I hope everyone's doing good. I'm sure it's 1 o'clock in the morning here. So, I know a majority will be catching the replay, but hopefully, you guys can hear me. I want to start off by saying that I don't even know how to start it off. Hold on. I'm trying to find something real quick, you guys. This is an unprofessional live. There is not that many people on here, so I can be a little bit unprofessional. I try to keep it classy, professional. Hold on. Okay. I want to start off by saying that depression is very real and it affects everyone in some way, shape, or form. And I personally, you know what? Um, Lynn, I don't know if you have ever gotten any links or anything. I will post the links. There are numbers that when I talk about things like this that I like to have posted for people who maybe want to reach out, to an organization or whatever when it comes to depression. And I will put all of that info in the description. Hey, Aunt Lala, how are you? I will put all of that below because I know you probably don't have any of the 1-800 numbers, Lynn, and that's okay. But anyway, depression is very real. It is very hard, and I feel like it's definitely a lot more hard this time of year during the holidays. Let me come on camera. Hi, everyone. So I have been yes, I'm going to have to share those links with you because when I talk about things like this, I like for 1-800 numbers to be in the chat for people who need to reach out, which as a matter of fact, I will put that on here. But anyway, like I was saying, I don't want you guys to see my mess. There we go. Okay. I have been on edge for the past, I want to say probably a few weeks, or at least the past couple weeks. On edge, very emotional, constantly worried. And although, it could definitely have to do with different things that may have happened in my life. We all have things that happen in our life, day-to-day things. That's just life, right? But I just couldn't understand why it was so intense, like very on edge, very like, how do you explain being on edge? Just wanting to attack and being more defensive. And I can be a defensive person sometimes. Just being more emotional about things than I normally would be. And I'm sitting here and I'm thinking and I'm watching all of these shows. Well, not shows, but the things that I watch on YouTube, and I'm seeing that it says, there are Christmas things, Christmas commercials coming up, and family, and things like that. And then I realized that I understand why I get so emotional around this time. And it's not easy to talk about, obviously, but I understand why I get so emotional around this time. And it's because, for those of you that don't know, my mother passed away, and she passed away 7 years ago. It's nice to hear I'm not the only one feeling this way lately. Sending you lots of love. Thank you for that, Pearl Clutcher. And I know it's crazy. I've just been feeling really emotional. And I realized why I've been feeling more emotional than I normally would. And it's because, like I said, my mother passed away 7 years ago, 2012. Wow. 9 years ago. My mom passed away 9 years ago. And the 27th this month is her birthday. And I always get it gets more intense around this time. It gets more harder to cope. It gets harder when you see families and, mothers and daughters and things like that. And I'm like, oh my goodness, my mother's birthday is coming up. And I realized that's what it is. This season, obviously, around the holidays, I don't think people realize how much a lot of people suffer. I myself am blessed. I'm not saying that I'm not blessed. I thank God for everything that I have for my boys. Um, I just get it gets very, very intense because my mother made the holidays so special. And even though it was only 9 years ago that she passed, it still feels like yesterday, you guys. And it feels the more you struggle with grief, everybody struggles with grief and everybody grieves in their own way. I grieved in a very, very bad way, like a very self destructive way. And finally, when things started coming together, you go through that. When you go through the grieving process, then you come to this point where, oh, thank you so much, Lynn. Thank you. I'm so sorry, Tia. I have been. Okay, I read that. Oh, no, I didn't. I have been extremely depressed and I still don't know why I can't get it under control. Yes, Tina. So when you're going through the grieving process, okay, there's stages, and some stages take longer than others. So me myself going through the grieving process, there is no end to grief, you guys. And I don't care what anybody tells you, if especially if that person has never lost anyone, but even if they have, no one can tell you how to grieve. And my mother was my everything. She was my best friend, but she was a huge loss, not just to myself, but I have two brothers, my nieces, my nephews, my cousins, my aunts, her sisters. Like, she was a huge loss. My mother helped everybody. She was this extraordinary woman that is just unforgettable. You just don't forget a woman like my mother. The world turned very cold when my mom had to go home to heaven. But what I will say is that I still grieve my mother, but in the grieving process, the stages that you go through, there is a stage finally where you can look at pictures of your loved one and smile and look back. Before, when you're going through a different grieving stage, before, I couldn't look at a picture of my mother. I couldn't watch or see anything that involved my mother. I didn't even really like to talk about my mother because I would just cry, or have a breakdown or something, because me and my mother were so very close. But I there's no time limit on grief, and there's stages. And I think during the holidays, it becomes more intense. It becomes more like it's almost like you're going all the way back to stage one of when you lost your loved one. Like, I'm all the way back at stage one where I can't look at pictures. I can't, because my mother, she was the one who brought our family together. She always cooked. My mom was the best cook in the entire world. I wish I could cook like her. It's not going to happen, but I try. She just had this special way of bringing everybody together. And we always used to eat dinner really late because that's just the way that my mom was. She We used to eat dinner, which is just, everyone eats dinner at different times. I don't There's been people who insults me because of what time we eat dinner. We eat dinner, and it's always been this way, like around 6 or 7, sometimes 8 o'clock. It's just depending. And my mom would cook all day, and then she would have me watch. And it was like this every year. She would have me watch her dressing while she would go upstairs and get ready, because, she always had to look good. That's just my mother. It's where I get it from. And just her way of bringing everyone together with her amazing food, and it's not like that anymore. And it hasn't been like that since my mother's been gone. So during the holidays, it can be depressing as it is, but then you add on to losing someone that you were so close to, and it makes it even more depressing. So that's why I have been on edge and overly emotional and worrying about things a lot more than I normally would, and just on edge. So, or, like if I look at a picture of my mom, I'll start crying, different things like that. And normally I've gotten past that point, but during the holidays, like I said, it's like you're back to stage one of the grieving process. So my mom's birthday is on the 27th. She was a Sagittarius. So shout out to all the Sagittarius. And even on her birthday, well, sometimes her birthday would fall on Thanksgiving and we would celebrate it both together, I think. But it was just, I miss that. I miss my mother. I miss her cooking. I miss how she used to bring everybody together. Even when people were arguing, she just had that way of bringing everyone together. And, um, on her birthday, she would always say, one of the things she says that she's like a box of fine wine, because my mother did not look her age. Okay. Never looked her age. When she was 40, she looked 20. Um, when she was 20, she looked like she was in her teens. My mom she just didn't age. And when her birthday would come, she'd be like, don't say, how old am I? Say, how young am I today? She'd be like, don't ask me how old I am. Ask me how young I am today. My mom was a diva. But anyway, I just miss her in general. And then I just realized that's why I've been on edge. That's why I've been worried about things a lot more than I normally would be, and why things bother me a lot more than it normally would. Um, that's why, because I was just sitting here and I'm thinking and I'm just like, what? And then I look at the calendar and I'm like, oh my goodness, my mom's birthday is very soon. So we go through things in life in general, right? We all go through things in life. We're watching like all this shit happen, which I'm going to do a video about it because um I wouldn't say he was like a favorite rapper of mine, but I did like his music, and his name was Young Dolph. He was shot and killed, and it's really sad to see a lot of rappers who are just getting killed, you know what I'm saying? And it's kind of funny how it's a lot of independent rappers who are getting killed. I liked Young Dolph. I like some of his music, and I think it's sad. And then you have this Travis Scott thing. I have so much to cover with you guys that I want to talk about, this Travis Scott thing, and I'm starting to have a problem with what's going on with that. All of the victims, rest in peace to all the victims who lost their life at Astro World, especially the young the young little boy. His name was, is it Ezra Blunt? Hopefully I'm saying that right, but he just passed. Um, it's just sad. It's just been a lot of sadness overall. And then you top that off with things that it almost feels like you go on YouTube as a place to escape in a way, and it's your choice what you choose to watch on YouTube. However, sometimes it seems as though you really can't escape the negativity, right? On YouTube, no matter how hard you try, you just can't stop yourself from clicking that button and watching the drama or watching the turmoil, and you want to know what's going on in the world and everything like that. And that stresses you out. And me being an empath doesn't make it any better. So I've just been very depressed because, you know, even with the things that I'm going through in my day-to-day life, my mother always had an answer for everything. She always had a resolution for everything. She always had my back through everything. Yes, rest in peace to all the victims of Astro World. My heart and prayers go out to all of them and everyone who was injured as well. But I still don't like some things that are going on. And I'm going to do a video about this. I have like a series of videos planned for you guys. I'm just afraid to plan them because StreamYard has been giving me problems. But I will be on here a lot this week. And I realize when I come on here, I feel better. When I come on here and talk to you guys, whether it's 2 people in here or 200, whatever, when I come on here, I do feel better. But I just realized, like, my mother always had an answer for everything. And her answer was always very positive. She always looked at the positive aspect of everything. And I try to be that way too. And there's just sometimes where you can't look at things in a positive way, right? When things happen in your life, every single day, day-to-day life, and then you top that off with grief and you just get depressed and you don't want to do anything. You don't even I haven't even really been on YouTube that much. Once it was last week I had a live scheduled and it was about my thoughts on the whole Astro World situation. I couldn't get on because of StreamYard, and that made me even more depressed. I'm like, what in the hell is going on here? It's just sometimes things happen back to back to back and you're just like, oh my God, but I have been very depressed. And what keeps me going, obviously, are my children. My children always keep a smile on my face. They are what keep you going, but you still have to dig deep, and kind of face things. You can't run away from things because at the end of the day, it's always going to come back. You always have to be able to sit down and be like, what is going on here? You have to be your own best friend. I don't care if you have to talk to yourself. You have to sit there and be like, what the hell is going on here? And then I figured it out. That this is why I'm so on edge, But my boys keep me going, like my oldest from my youngest. My middle child is actually at he's on vacation with his dad. So I miss him, which makes me even more depressed, but it makes me happy to know he's having fun and he's sending me pictures and things like that. So that makes me happy. But this is my little guy, my 5-year-old. So this is the Thanksgiving that he's really going to remember. I don't think he really remembers all the other Thanksgivings, but I want to make this Thanksgiving special, very special, because this is going to be like his first Thanksgiving that he's going to have memories of. So you try to push yourself, and you try to push yourself for your children, not necessarily for yourself. And it's just, I've just haven't been wanting to do anything. And that's what depression is. You just have no energy. You just literally just sit there and listen, you guys, if I don't do my makeup for a couple days, I'm depressed, okay? Because I always do my makeup. I don't care. Makeup makes you feel better. It makes me feel better. But I just didn't have the energy to even do my makeup, okay? Let me read some comments. I'm sorry I'm missing comments. Thank you guys so much for being here. I love you guys. Darn it. I can never go up. Hold on. Because my mouse is broken. So I'll just go on here. And I'm happy that I can actually get on here and be able to talk to you guys about this kind of stuff, and I'm not going to be judged. Okay. Let me see what I missed. Not much. Sending you lots of love and light. I'm feeling your energy immediately. Everything is going to be okay. I'm so sorry for your loss. Holidays are always hard. Thank you so much, Nikki Rex. I appreciate you. That means so much to me. Hey, mama knows best, and it's okay. I know a lot of people don't know that I lost my mom. Some people don't know. My family would eat dinner late too, and people would say their little comments. Hey, Caitlin. Yes, my family eats dinner. I've always been that way since I was younger. My mom would always cook dinner at like 6 or 7, sometimes 8. And most families have dinner at like 4 or 5. To me, that's too early because I'm if I eat that early, then I'm going to want to eat later on in the middle of the night. So that's why um, with my family, we've always eaten late, but it's to each his own. Every family is different, and it doesn't mean that it's wrong or anything like that. But I don't normally comment. I usually catch the replay, but I woke up. So many people struggle this time of year. Yes, they do. Incognito Gypsy. It's good to see you here. I'm glad to see you, sweetheart. More prevalent, reliving the grief all over again. It's a moment. Teaya, you will feel it, but know the light will re-enter. Thank you, Nikki Rex. You always say the right things. You always have such a beautiful way with your words, Nikki Rex. So thank you. I am struggling with depression and nothing is helping. There is a 1-800 number up here. Mama knows best. And I will give you guys my advice on what I try to do. And I'm sending you all of my prayers, sweetheart. But there are some things that I can try to tell you that I've been doing that helps me a little bit. Happy heavenly birthday to your mom. She knows you miss her. Thank you, Nikki. I miss her a lot. Yes, we have to break the cycle. Everyone should be able to talk openly and feel comfortable doing so. I agree. I think a lot of people feel uncomfortable talking about these things, but I love getting on here and talking about these kinds of things because maybe I might help somebody, you know? I don't know. Maybe I will, you know? She's got you, Miss Teaya. I know it's not the same as having her here, but she still has your back. I definitely feel that, Nikki. And you're going to make me cry, so stop. Stop. Your words, but yes, I definitely feel her here. I mean, I know her presence is with me. It's just not that fun for everyone. You're definitely not alone. You are definitely not alone. Mama knows best. Teaya, wow. I've been talking about all of these things. Check out a couple of replays. There is a good one on self-care during these times. You're such a bright light, and it's okay to take a break. Thank you so much, Incognito Gypsy. That means so much to me. Shell Bell says, hey girl, I honestly feel for you here. Holidays are extremely hard for me. I am upset that I missed this live. You didn't miss it, sweetie. I just started probably like maybe 15 minutes ago. My mother wants to take my kids to my sister's house for Thanksgiving, which leaves me alone if I let them go. I am so sorry for the loss of your mom. Thank you, Shelbell. And you kind of have to, Shelbell, you kind of have to look at it like this. You have to look at it like this. Will they have more fun over, even though you're not going to be there? Like with me, when it comes to my 11-year-old, which my 11-year-old is like my bestest friend. All my boys are. So therefore, it was hard for me to let him go on vacation with his dad, but I had to think about, okay, we're going to have Thanksgiving dinner. He can have Thanksgiving dinner next year, the year after, but the vacation that he's going on, those kind of memories, I want him to have fun, you know? So you kind of have to weigh it and be like, okay, are they going to have more fun here with me when it's just us, or are they going to have more of a memorable time with their mom? That's kind of how you have to look at it. I have definitely learned throughout the years that you have to put your feelings to the side, and your kids' feelings always come first, right? So that's how I look at it. Even though, of course, I want my 10-year-old here because he is like the life of the party. He has this outstanding personality, and he's just this amazing kid. I'm going to do a video, you guys, and I'm going to have my 11-year-old tell you guys everything I'm doing. It's going to be a voiceover, and I'm going to have him tell you guys everything I'm doing, because I seen that on this vlogging couple that I watched. Their name is Charles and Alyssa. I don't know if anybody who knows who they are. Charles and Alyssa Forever. And I watch them sometimes, and I just got that idea. And I'm going to have my 11-year-old do that because he just has this amazing personality. Tia, it does help when we talk about it. Thank you for being open. Absolutely. You are so welcome, and thank you for being here. I'm struggling so bad during the holidays. I feel like my kids are being pulled in a bunch of different directions, which they are. So I either have to choose to let them go and cry all day. But if you know that they're going to be having a good time, Shelbel, that should make you happy, even though it can make you sad. Like, I'm sad that my son is not here for Thanksgiving, but at the same time, you have to look at it like in a positive way. Look at it in a positive way, as in, okay, he's not going to be here, but guess what? They'll be here next year and the year after that. These are my kids. They're just going over there temporarily. You know what I mean? That's kind of how you have to look at it. Don't look at it in a way where you feel like, even though you're going to be alone, which is hard. And I'm not sure if there's something going on where you can't go with your kids. But at the same time, just put your feelings to the side, even though it's going to hurt. Look at it in a positive way and look at it like, oh, well, at least they're going to have fun, But very true. But I literally live with my mom. I already have to share them each with their dad during the day. Yeah, I get that. I'm right where you're at. I know exactly how you feel. That's what I was gonna say. What Incognito Gypsy said, can you split the time to where they can be over there for a little bit, but then go with you, or no? It's just that. Why do I have to sacrifice my time every year? I get it. And if it's every year, see, that's a problem. Now, I let my son go last year and this year. I don't know if I'm going to let him go next year, but at the same time, that would literally be your choice. You know what I mean? But you don't have to sacrifice your time. If you don't want them to go and you're going to be making a meal then you don't have to let them go. You know what I mean? My youngest is hurting about it because she wants to see her cousins, but wants to see me. But you are right. They will probably have more. Yeah. Either way, try to look at it in a positive way. I know she's very close by you. I'm sorry. I don't usually speak up on these things. However, the moment you came in, I felt your pain even without your words. Just know she loves you so much. Thank you, Nikki Rex. I definitely feel her a lot. It's pretty extraordinary how much I do feel my mom, and the more aware I become, the more I feel her presence. So it's hard for sure. They are still your kids. I agree. They're still your kids. And I feel like you should do whatever you think is best for your kids. And, that's how I have to look at it. I would just rather my child go on vacation at a beach and have those memorable moments, because Thanksgiving dinner, well, we're always going to have Thanksgiving dinner, pray to God that we always have Thanksgiving dinner. But I'm just saying that that's a memory that I want him to have. So, I am banned because my mom turned my sister against me. That's horrible. That's something you can, if you need to talk, you can reach out to me, Shelbel, if you want. I know you don't know me, but I have so much love for you. I relate a lot to what you are and what you say. Thank you, Caitlin. That means so much to me. Thank you. And it's a pleasure to have you here. This isn't easy to talk about because, like I said, I just couldn't understand why I've been on edge, and when you're struggling with depression, you don't want to do anything. Like, I don't literally, I've just been kind of moping and not wanting to do anything, not wanting to talk to anybody. And, sometimes you feel like you don't even have any friends in this world. But I adore you guys and I love coming on here. I always feel better when I come on here. And I do want to give a special thanks to the people who have been there for me a lot, like a lot. And Lynn, you've been absolutely amazing. One of my mods, she's not here, but she's probably sleeping because it's late, but her name is Goose. She has been absolutely amazing through all of the stuff that I've been through. And Melissa, 100% has been, Melissa Jade, one of my best friends. She's been there for me immensely. Like, I don't know what I would have done without her or Goose or any of like Lynn, all of my mods, but um, especially Melissa and Goose because they've been there for me. They've been giving me their advice. They always stay very positive. They always stay very uplifting to me. And that means a lot to me because I really don't have, obviously you guys are amazing, but I'm talking about like close friends. I don't have that. I don't have like any close friends or somebody that I could talk to or, just confide in or, and when I am able to experience that, I cherish it. I don't take it for granted. And I am so utterly grateful when I'm able to let's just say it takes a lot for me to talk about anything that I'm going through because I'm a very private person for the most part. Um, I like to tell you guys things when I'm talking about like different things and um, betrayal and things that happen in my life. I am very private and I tend to keep those kinds of things to myself. Like if my mom was here, she would be the one that I would be up under. I would be at her house snuggling with her and she would be holding me, telling me everything's okay. But with, Melissa and Goose, they have been there so much. And even when I don't reach out to them, they are always reaching out to me, making sure that I'm okay. And I appreciate them. And I just want them to know that I appreciate them and to let them know that I am always here for them because it just takes a lot for me to open up about my personal life or anything that goes on, any conflict. And, you know, I'm just very, very grateful for them that they have been here for me during this difficult time, because like I said, there's things in life that happen and then you t- start adding other things that go on like the grieving, and I feel like that makes you even more emotional. Like you could be going through something in life and then you're thinking about the holidays and a person that you love and how they would be and the advice that they would be giving you if they were here and how they would really comfort you. That's how my mother was. So it just makes me grieve my mother even more. And you're right back to where you started. But I'm very grateful for the few, I keep a small circle, but I'm very grateful for the few people that I do have. So, and I recommend that, you know, there has to be one person that you could trust, one person that you can talk to. Now, listen, talking to yourself is not bad, you guys. There's nothing wrong with it. But there has to be that one person. And I'm not talking about a negative person. You don't want to be depressed and talk to a negative person, okay? No, not a negative person. Even though you may love that person, and even though you know that person may listen to you, do not talk to somebody that always looks at the glass half empty. Please, talk to somebody who's uplifting, who's going to uplift you and try to give you their best advice from experience or just because they just want to be there for you, just to listen to you. Sometimes you don't even have to give advice. Find that one person that you can confide in that is going to listen to you. Okay. It doesn't have to be 2 or 3 people, just one person. I understand it's hard to trust people. It really is. It's hard to trust people. I have taken my chances, and so far I have not been let down, but it's hard to trust people. But just find that one person. And I don't care if it has to be you going to counseling. Okay. And there's 1-800 numbers here in the chat that you can call people. You have to talk to somebody. You have to. Not just talking to yourself, even though there's nothing wrong with that. You need to talk to somebody. You need to tell them, and it has to be somebody who's willing to listen and somebody who loves you and is going to give you their opinion. I have people, like any of my friends are going to give me their opinion even if I don't ask for it, because that's how I am. If you confide in me about something, I'm going to give you my opinion whether you want to hear it or not, but I will still always uplift you and try to look at the positive aspect of every situation. But it's hard to trust people, but just find that one person that you can talk to. And if it has to be counseling, then so be it. I definitely think that counseling is a very healthy thing to do. I think that everyone should go to counseling. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I think that there is a stigma with counseling, especially in like the Black community. We don't talk about going to counseling a lot, but all it is just talking to an old, knowledgeable friend. That's really what it is. But don't be afraid to be able to confide in just one person, somebody that you can just pour your heart out to, and they're going to listen to your every word, and they're going to do the best they can to give you the best advice. Therapy isn't bad, people. Please reach out. Exactly. It's not. Thank you, Lynn. It's a good thing. And I'm going to it's going to be hard, because in therapy, it's even more of people. Hey, V, how are you, beautiful? In therapy, I think they definitely go really deep with you, and a lot of people, that's why they don't like therapy, because people don't want to look deep within themselves. You guys, people don't want to look at what's going on the inside and why you're hurting over certain things, and therapy is not easy, but I do feel like it's necessary for everyone, because so many people are afraid to face their problems. So many people are afraid to face their mistakes. But if you don't face your mistakes and acknowledge your mistakes, you're just going to keep making the same mistakes over and over and over again. And I don't have like I said, I don't have any friends, but the few that I have, I'm very grateful for, and Lynn, and you've been great. Melissa, I don't know what I'd do without her, and Goose, they've just been amazing. So you just find one person that you can talk to that is going to listen. That's my advice. And also my advice is push yourself. Push yourself. Now people are going to be, I'm not no expert. Disclaimer, I'm not an expert. I am not a psychiatrist. I am not a counselor. I am just talking to you guys from my experience with depression. Okay. And here's what I will say. Push yourself. It may be hard to get up and do anything, but push yourself to do it. Okay. I had to push myself to go live tonight, you guys, but I did it, and it was hard, but I'm so happy that I did. I'm so happy that I'm here talking to you guys right now. I'm so happy. So push yourself, like do things that are going to make you feel better about you. And I don't care what that is, whether it's freaking sitting down watching a soap opera all by yourself and drinking a cup of damn coffee. Do it. Or if it's drinking some freaking wine, not glass after glass, but if it's drinking some of your favorite wine and smoking a damn cigarette, watching Netflix, do it. Push yourself. Don't stay stuck, because if you don't push yourself, you are going to stay there. I have to do the things that I know my mother would tell me. And my mother would tell me, if you don't get your ass up off of that bed and get in here and do your makeup, because that's therapeutic with me, and that's what I like to do. I like to do my makeup. Like my mother would be the one, like, I didn't raise you like this. You look a hot mess. That's just how my mother was. But the things that make me feel better is makeup. So even though I did not want to do it, I did it and I felt better afterwards. Just push yourself. If it's just any of your favorite things to do, taking a nice hot bath, do it. Okay? If you want to go to a damn hotel and sit in a fucking jacuzzi, do it. You deserve it. Do it. I hope you guys understand what I'm saying. I just don't want anyone to get stuck. And that is my advice. It's never easy to push yourself, but it's necessary to push yourself. And when I used to get depressed, you guys, I used to get sick. And I'm not even gonna lie, I think I've lost a couple pounds. I have to get weighed because I have lost a little bit of weight. You have a checklist? Can you share your checklist with us, Incognito Gypsy? Like the things that you like to do, like a couple things. I'll tell you guys what I like to do. Well, you guys already know it's makeup. Duh. Of course. Let me think of something else because I'm like so obsessed with makeup. I like to obviously spend time with my kiddos. That's always fun because they're so funny. I like to shop. Who doesn't, right? But some people don't, have the financial means to do that. And I don't even want to really say or talk about anything that costs money because I don't know. I like to do my makeup. Like I said, let me think of something else real quick, you guys. I'm such a dork. I think I need a cigarette, Tia Symone. You are much wiser and stronger than you know you are. Thank you, Nikki. I hope so. I do. Yep, if it's having a cigarette, go for it because that's definitely something that I like to do that I need to quit. But until I do, it's something that I like to do. Have my cigarette, drink my coffee, and watch Netflix. Or I like to go live. That's one of the things that I absolutely adore doing. When I don't take baths much, I do need to start taking more baths. I take a shower because I don't know, I just always take a shower. But there's something that I use that I want to show you guys that really does help me a lot. Hold on. If I can find it. Okay, what else do I like to do? Step 1, get up, bathroom duties, meds, etc. Right. Salt baths always help drain bad energy. That's a good idea, Caitlin. Yes, I get like that too. Mama knows best. There are times where I definitely don't even want to walk out of the house, but I make myself. And that's what I'm encouraging for you guys to do. You got to make yourself do things that you may not want to do it, but and especially when you have kids, you really don't have too much of a choice in the matter. You have to kind of force yourself to get up and do things. Yes, medication as well. Like if you make an appointment, I think you have to see a counselor first. I know here where my son goes, you have to see a counselor first before you see a psychiatrist. I know that. And I remember how it was after my mom passed. I had to go in counseling and therapy, and I was on medication, and it did help. It really did. Step 3, triage. What do I have to do that day? Take care of most important responsibilities. Yes, because sometimes, obviously, when you are depressed, you don't want to take care of responsibilities. You really don't, but you have to, right? Okay, I'm going to show you guys. Hold on. Okay, so when I do, even take a shower, and they have it in bath salts too. They have like this in bath salts. I use this stuff here, this Dr. Teal's body wash with pure Epsom salt, and it says soothe and sleep with lavender. They have, and it says it soothes your body, promoting a better night's sleep. It has aloe vera, shea butter, vitamin E, and it helps hydrate the skin. I love this stuff. It doesn't put you to sleep. Like when you first use it, it actually does help you sleep. But after a while, your body gets immune to it. And they have it like for baths too. This is just the body wash, but I'm going to get it for baths too. This stuff really, really works really good, just to let you guys know. But yeah, when I'm feeling depressed, and I have been lately, I think I used something that I'm like allergic to. I like to do my makeup. Sometimes I like to go for walks. I like to walk. Sometimes instead of getting in the car, I will walk to go get my kids from school because it's like 5 minutes down the road. And walking is so therapeutic for me, you guys. I love to walk. I'm not saying that I like to do it all the time, but when I'm feeling stressed out or depressed or whatever, I do like to walk. I feel like it helps me tremendously. Um, and it gives me so many thoughts that I would never have thought laying in the bed. Um, I also like drinking my coffee in peace, smoking my cigarette in peace. I love drinking my Pepsi in peace and just watching Netflix. I watch a lot of YouTube, and when I watch YouTube, I try to stick to only positive things especially when I'm depressed. Um, it's been so hard lately with everything going on, but I'm saying like I don't go and watch a drama channel or um, a gossip channel or whatever. I will try to watch positive, uplifting people here on YouTube, and I watch YouTube quite a bit. Um, Sometimes I even talk with myself. I pray. Um, those are kind of some of the things that I do to, make myself feel better. And I always now, being the person that I am and losing my bestest friend in the whole wide world, I definitely always think of what would my mother do? I always think of that because my mother was just so wise and so highly intelligent and so good with words and always made you think about things that you wouldn't normally think about. So I do that too. And I can be honest with you guys and say that when I'm depressed, I try not to be on the internet that much, especially Facebook. Let me tell you why. Reading a book is a good idea too. Absolutely. Glenn, you're so right. And the reason why is when I used to be really depressed, especially like after I lost my mom, but even prior to losing my mom, and I would go on Facebook, I just always used to feel like shit every single time I would go on Facebook. And I think it would be because people have this amazing way of making their life look perfect. They have this way of making their life, and we all know it's not. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember I posted a quote once, and it said, um, something about being fake. Quit being so fake on Facebook because we all know you in real life. There are so many people that I know are very toxic, but they have this way of only posting like, their best moments. And that's what you're supposed to do. You're only really supposed to not people go on Facebook and they post their drama and their bullshit. That's mostly younger people for the most part. But at the same time, sometimes when you go on Facebook, especially when you're depressed, it can make you even more depressed when you see, damn, when you see an old person from high school and you see that, you know, they're on vacation in Florida, or they're or they're, I don't freaking know, going out to dinner every day and candlelit dinners and, flowers sent to them. And this girl just got proposed to, and this person just had a baby. And you're happy for them. Yes. But in the same sense, it can still make you depressed. You can still be like, well, damn, I'm just laying here in bed depressed. So, stay off Facebook that much. I really say Facebook. I mean, it's nice to go on Facebook. I like going on Facebook, but I don't go on Facebook as much as I used to because I just feel like it's full of people who just have these perpetrated lives, and I don't have time for the shit. I know you, okay? I know who you are. I know how you are, and your life is not perfect. And even though I know that, when you're depressed, you're vulnerable. And there are certain things that wouldn't normally make you depressed or even more depressed that will when you see it. So I'm so happy for them. Everyone is getting married and having babies. So yes, I'm so happy. Like, it's tremendous. I love seeing a woman get proposed to. I love seeing, this woman having twins. It's amazing. And I always congratulate. I'm not a hater. I don't sit back and watch people and don't say a word. Guess what? I'm going to congratulate that person. If I like makeup, if I see somebody doing a bomb ass makeup look, I'm like, girl, you did that shit. Okay. You did it. You did an amazing job. If you see something amazing, tell that person. Don't just sit back and watch. That's a hater. I'm sorry. That's just my opinion. But I congratulate, but in that same sense, it can still make you feel sad because you're looking at, this person is happy, that person is happy, this person's on vacation, this person's getting married, this person's having kids, this person just bought a new house. Okay. Just bought a beautiful new freaking $500,000 home. And you're just like, okay, my life sucks. And it doesn't. You are just as blessed as they are. Trust me, you don't know them. They probably have it worse off than you do, but they're posting it on Facebook and making it look like they're just amazing, whatever. And some of them are amazing, but the point is, it can make you depressed. My advice is stay off of Facebook that much. Don't be going on Facebook too much because, like I said, people are really, really good at painting a picture of what they want you to see. They're only going to see what you let them see. Nobody's going to show you their drama or their hurtful side. Some people do on Facebook, but the majority, they're not. They are going to be bragging about, I just got these new pair of Gucci shoes yesterday. That's just the way that it is. People paint an image of themselves. And I just feel like when you're depressed, it doesn't help you. It just doesn't. Just like I said, it's very hard for me to see, mothers and daughters, even though I'm happy. Like, I always tell anyone who still has their mother, be grateful, even though they may get on your nerves, even though things may be wishy-washy sometimes. Me and my mom we had a very, very beautiful relationship, a beautiful mother-daughter relationship, but in the same sense, we clashed. We did. As a mother and daughter, that's normal, but I'm just saying that it's hard for me to see mothers and daughters, especially on the holidays. So, like I've said, don't torture yourself. If you're depressed, stay away from things that you know are going to make you more depressed. You know what I mean? It's so funny. I took a few months off Facebook and went on and posted something, and suddenly my inbox was full. I said to these friends, what am I suddenly alive because I posted on Facebook, right? Like, you don't hear from some people and then you post on Facebook and everybody wants to know your business, right? Where have you been? What's going on? I need to realize that I know my truth, and that's all that matters. Absolutely. I have definitely had to learn that. People are going to think whatever they want to think about you. And what's important is what you think about yourself. And I know that's a little bit cliche, but it's the truth. It doesn't matter what people think of you. What people think of me is none of my damn business. I do not care. But I have always been that type of person where if I see a beautiful woman walk past me, I'm going to tell her she's beautiful because I like it when people do that to me. So I'm going to do the same. I'm not a hater in any way, shape, or form. There is not a woman walking on this earth that can make me jealous. I just am a person who stands up for her convictions, stand up for the things, like I said, that I believe in, and stay true to myself. That's pretty much all I can do. And my number one priority is being a good mom. Just like on they for the kindergartners, they have this little picture, and it says, and they'll ask the kindergartner, what are you thankful for? You have no idea how much it means to me that my 5-year-old said mommy. You know what I'm saying? Like, those are the things that touch my heart and my soul. I am a loyal person to a fault, you guys. It takes a lot for me to do to somebody what they've done to me, because I don't believe in revenge, but I'm I try to be very loyal. I will give you my heart and my soul. But if you step on that, there's nothing more that I can do because I'm a very stubborn individual. Oh, thank you, Shelbel. That means a lot. That means a lot to me. So true, Tia. My mom drives me crazy and is so precious at the same time. I've learned to just let her be. I'm going to call her right now because I know her crazy self is awake. It's 2 a.m. here. Yes, go ahead and call her, girl. It's very important. I know how hard mother and daughter relationships are very difficult, but just know that your mom loves you, and please, please cherish her while she's here, because let me tell you something. You don't want to lose her. You don't want to lose your mom. It's hard to be grateful for my mom, a lot of abuse, but I totally get it. And on the same token, I don't know what I would do without my mom. I would be devastated. Exactly. So embrace her while she's here, because obviously she's not going to be here forever. You are welcome, Tia, and truly mean it. It takes a lot for me to get the point of lashing back out. It does. I mean, for me, I guess it does too. And there's nothing wrong with that. Like, it's hard to ignore people. It's hard to ignore when people say bad things about you or people do bad things to you. It's hard to ignore it. But I'm telling you, you're better off. Hey, Irvin, how are you? You're better off because some people just aren't worth it. They just aren't. And like, one of my biggest pet peeves are fake people. I cannot deal with it. Like, I cannot. And that's another thing that I always want to do. I want to always thank the people who have stuck by my side through it all, through the ups and downs, everything that I have been through, even here on my YouTube journey. I want to thank the people who have stuck by me through everything. They didn't care what I talked about when I was live. They still stuck by me. They didn't care that there wasn't 100 people in my live, except for if I'm talking about drama. They still stuck by me. Those are the people that matter to me. And that's how it should be. Once I get back to chat, once I get to that breaking point, I'm a freak. Yes, me too. I am the same exact way. It has gotten better. Like, my temper has gotten better over the years. But I'm going to be honest with you. It's not easy. It's not easy not to lose your temper. It's not easy not to say horrible things to somebody. And, it's not. And there's a lot of things, I know, a lot of toxic things going on here on YouTube. And I see them, you guys. I see them just like you do. And I know that it can be frustrated. Fake people. Nope. Exactly, Lynn. No fake people. No fake people. It's a pet peeve. I cannot I can't. Like, if you're being fake with me, I feel it and it bothers me so much. And I could catch on to that shit like this. It's very, very easy for me to be around somebody who's faking something or faking a personality or doing something they normally wouldn't do. Just no, just don't, please. Don't do it. Just go back to being the way that you were. Please don't be fake because it's not, it's toxic to me. You know what I mean? Here you go, Herb. I'm talking about you better leave. Well, if you're fake, I don't know. I woke up on the night. I woke up on the right night. Yes, you did. I'm so happy that you guys are here. It means so much to me. I didn't even think that this many people would be in here. So thank you. But just to let you guys know, there are 1-800 numbers that my mod Lynn is posting if you need to reach out to somebody and you don't want to reach out to like a friend or something like that. Reach out to, it's okay. There are hotlines that you can call that will help you. And if you want to reach out to me, I'm always there. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a very trustworthy person. If you need to talk to somebody or vent, I will be there. I will. All of my social medias are on my YouTube, and you can reach out to me anytime, day or night. Not saying I'll get back to you immediately, but as soon as I get it, I will get back to you. But I just wanted to come on here and kind of talk about why I haven't been on here. And, it's going to be tough. It's going to be a tough couple months, because then we have Thanksgiving, Christmas, and my mom just always made those days so special. And even when you're going through, a difficult time in life in general, when you have that one person that you were close to that loved you so much, you loved them so much, and they always had the right things to say, you miss them. And then on top of that, here comes the holidays and you don't have them anymore. And it's just hard. It's very hard, you guys. It's very hard I'm admitting it, it's very hard for me to function from day to day, especially during this time. So I'm just trying my best. And coming on here does make me feel so much better. It does. I love talking to y'all. Y'all always brighten my day. But, I had to push myself to come live, and I'll have to push myself tomorrow to come live. And I will keep pushing, and I will keep doing the best I can and thriving. And I'm just asking that whatever it is that you're going through, if you're going through depression and it gets very intense during the holidays, I completely understand. If you are, please reach out to somebody. Please talk to somebody. And don't be so hard on yourself. And please push yourself. Please do not lay in the bed and feel sorry for yourself. Even though I know that that's the easier thing to do, it's not going to help you. It's just going to make you feel worse. Get up and do some of the things that you like. And obviously, we all have, a majority of us have kids. So we have to get up. We have to function. And it's not good for your kids to see you unhappy. So you have to do the best that you can to be happy, Crying for hours tonight was not productive. No, it's not productive. Crying is good. It is. But after you're done crying, then it's time to suck it up and push yourself. It's okay to cry. It's okay to take a time out and cry or whatever. And then it's time to get up and push yourself. You have to push yourself. Guys, I'm going to go live for a few when Teaya is done. If you're going to be up, come join. Well, the incognito gypsy, go subscribe to her channel. She definitely does great lives as well. I love when my baby is here every other week. She gives me a reason to get up, and it makes me happy to do it for her. Absolutely. That's what I live for, my babies, But again, I want to thank my friends, which I don't have many, who have been there for me. and who have uplifted me and motivated me. You guys have been absolutely amazing, and I hope you guys know that I'm here for you no matter what. And it's going to be a tough couple months, but we're going to get through this together. We're still going to do the self-love live. Hopefully it works out and I'll be able to do that this week. Make sure that you write down some of your fears. If it could be 5 fears in life, that would be great. But it's, however many you want to share. Yes, crying, it is. Crying is good. Once you're done crying, though, keep it moving. Keep it moving. Don't stay stuck crying. Don't stay stuck crying. But I love you guys. Thank you for being here. Thank you for joining me. It means so much to me. I didn't think this many people would be in here. I will be live tomorrow, and I don't know what it's going to be about, but I will be live. Excuse me. And it will be earlier. I'll be live a little bit earlier tomorrow. But it's hard for me to go live during the day, but I'm going to try that one day. I'm going to go live during the day and see how that works out for me. You too, Irvin. Thank you so much for being here. Got away the anger. Good. That's good, Shelbell. Yes. Everyone go over and watch The Incognito Gypsy. Thank you to my amazing mod, Lynn. You've been great. Thank you guys so much for being here. Remember my advice. I know it's hard to trust people. I don't trust many people, and it's hard. It's really, really hard for me to trust people. But the few people that I do trust who have been there for me, thank you. I appreciate you. I love y'all. You guys are amazing. Just find one person that you can confide in, that you could talk to, and I just don't have any, I wish it could be somebody that I know, but I don't talk to anybody around me. I don't. So, it's good. Excuse me. It's good to be able to talk to somebody. I guess I can talk to my kids, but they don't know, they don't know the feeling that what am I going to talk? They're not going to say anything back. They're going to be like, okay, mom, bye. I'm going to go play with John Cena now. Whatever. I don't have anybody physically here that I could sit and talk to, but I am going to go to counseling for sure. There's nothing wrong with it. And I hope that a lot of you, if you aren't in counseling, that you will consider it. Consider going to therapy, because it's always a good thing, even if you aren't depressed. And just find that one person to talk to. And for me, I can't find somebody physically here that I could talk to, but guess what? I do have people that I reach out to, through Messenger or on the phone or whatever. But don't let anybody get you down. And I love you guys. I will see you guys tomorrow. Hope you guys have an amazing rest of your night. Thank you so much for being here, spending time with me. You could be anywhere in the world and you chose to spend time with me, and I genuinely appreciate it. It means so much to me, and I hope that everything works out for all of you if you are going through any kind of depression or anything like that, which a majority of people in America are. Teaya, Symone, you got this. I have no doubt time gets crazy for me this time of year. So in case I don't see you chatters, many blessings to you. Thank you so much for that, Nikki. That means so much. Thank you. I appreciate you, and the same to you. I wish nothing but love and positivity. All of you guys will be in my prayers. Keep your head up and push yourself. That's our slogan for the next couple weeks when we're talking about all this stuff. Push yourself no matter how much it hurts. Find that one person that you can confide in. I know it's hard, but there has to be someone that you trust, and it doesn't have to be somebody physically in front of you. Like I said, I don't have anybody that I can talk to physically, but there are people where I can pick up the phone or message or whatever, and they will be there to listen. So, excuse me, just find that one person. There are 1-800s listed here in the chat, and I will do the best I can to put in the description below. You guys have an amazing rest of your night. God bless. Love and light to all of you guys. And I will see you guys tomorrow. It's going to be interesting, whatever it is I choose to talk about. So make sure you're here. Bye.